Welcome back. Welcome back to the Kovacs Report. It's time to take a look at a little more serious book this week. A little bit more adult content. We're going to take a little look at The Punisher. Yes, Frank Castle has returned gloriously in that first issue last month by Benjamin Percy and Julius Ohta. I absolutely loved it. The art was perfect. The Marco Checchetto covers were glorious. And The Punisher, well, Frank's in trouble. He's lost his memory, doesn't know who he is, doesn't know what he's been doing, where he's been. And also, he's got an implant in the back of his neck, which means he's being controlled by someone. And that someone is the Kingpin. And he's just activated him. So there's a quick catch-up. Let's dive into this issue. Now, I must say, do read it first, because I'm going to go through it page by page, give my thoughts. And if you can, like the video. And please, if you're new, hit that subscribe button. I'm trying to grow this channel, an honest opinion channel. Honest reviews every week, and some news and all sorts of other bits comic related too. Anyway, let's dive in. So quick catch up. Good old Frank. He escaped this burning boat. Lots of drugs on the boat belonging to Tombstone, who's not very happy about losing this huge shipment. And he washed up on the shore. And a very reluctant old lady had to help him back to her apartment, to her house, to patch him up. And there is blood everywhere. And he's not being very polite, old Frank. He's not really caring how this old lady feels. She must be terrified. I'm surprised she hasn't had a heart attack yet. Okay, well, he's been reactivated by the Kingpin, who seems to be using him to sort of do good, let's just say, rather than sort of be just a weapon. He seems to be trying to use him to clear the bad guys out of the city. Obviously, he wants to get rid of all the people that stand in his way, but he's doing some good along the way. We're going to find out about that in a second. So Frank's searching the house. Now he's ready to go. Now he's been reactivated by the Kingpin. He needs weapons. He needs guns for this mission. And this dear old lady, her dearly departed husband, used to be a hunter. So there is a gun and some ammunition, and he finds it. There he is, looking badass, ready to rock, ready to wreak revenge and bedlam across the city. Now, the old lady, like I say, she's on the phone. She is really terrified. She's calling the cops, saying, look, can you come and help me? But Frank don't give a shit. He's like, keys. He needs a car. She's like, in the car. I keep them in the car, the poor old thing. He could have said thank you and been a little bit nicer, but no. Anyway, we get up to the Kingpin, who's sending him his orders. And the orders are there has been a shipment that has arrived, a big container. And in this container, well, it's people to be sold into sexual slavery. And that's not good. That's not going to fly in the Kingpin's city. Not at all. So he wants the Punisher to go out there, rescue them, and deal out some retribution to the people responsible. So why is he doing all these good things? I don't know. But here's an interesting page. He goes into his little private room. And he says, most humans are cannibals, I've decided. They feed on others. But not you and I, Frank. We eat ourselves. We eat our eyes when we see the torn flesh and broken bones of the victims all around us. We eat our ears when we choose to listen to their screaming and sobbing. We eat our hearts when we allow ourselves to care. Okay, and then you see he's basically taking a punishment out on himself. He looks like he's maybe punishing him for the things he did. It's really, really interesting. He is real bulked out, this Kingpin. Yeah, he's always been a big boy, but he's pure muscle. He says, go eat, Frank. Eat for both of us. If the container enters Manhattan, it will be too late. We're in this together, you and me. An unlikely alliance, the White King and his Black Knight. So very, very interesting. I wonder what the Kingpin here is punishing himself for. His previous sins? Maybe he has turned a new leaf? I don't think so. There's always crime when the Kingpin's involved, right? So here we have it. Looks very, very cool. So he is racing to catch up with this container. And I think he sees it. I think he sees it in the distance and is about to enter the tunnel. So what's he going to do? Well, he needs to cause a bit of a ruckus here. So he shoots out the wheels of this gas container, I guess, which just explodes everywhere. And I think he's trying to cut the tunnel off so no one else can get in, so he can do what he's got to do. The fire of the fuel tank will shut down the entrance of the tunnel so he can work without interference and avoid civilian casualties. So while he is controlled by the Kingpin, he still sort of has that faculty to make sure the innocents are protected. Now, we jump back to the police station, yes, in NYC, and they've had a call, obviously, from the poor old lady, all right? They know that some dude was half drowned, found on the sort of seafront in the morning by the river, and they're going to go investigate it. But we've also got a license plate of the car that he stole. So Pluto here says, you know what? I'll run the plates. You go see the old lady and find out what she knows. And off she goes. Now we're back to Frank. Now what I want to say about this is that the action scenes are really, really visceral. You know, you really feel the speed and the urgency of what's going on. The art just conveys everything so well. And it's quite cinematic too, right? You get that sort of cool hero thing of reloading the gun where he flicks it with his finger, the cartridge flies out, and it's back, locked, ready to shoot again. And we get that. And we're following this bullet down the road, hitting the tire of the container that he's trying to sort of stop from getting into Manhattan. It's really, really cool. It's really, really cool. And it reminds me of sort of the old Steve McQueen movies at the same time. I don't know. It's so cool. I mean, look at the art. You can feel the warmth of the fire on that car. Frank just blazes through the tunnel, determined to put these goons down. And there they are, grabbing their gun. But Frank ain't messing. No. So he just smacks into the container, trying to get it to a stop. We see the guy here. He's freaking out a little bit. He's like, who is this dude? Who is this dude? And then he realizes, because everyone thought that Frank was dead, but Frank ain't dead, baby. He's live and kicking, or rather live and killing, and he's coming for you. Now, there's a tattoo on this dude, and I'm guessing that might be some kind of symbol that might refer to the gang that they're involved in, maybe. I don't think this is Tombstone, right? Tombstone, I don't think that's his MO, trafficking people, or it could just be a cool tattoo. Who knows? But anyway, I thought I'd mention it. Anyway, this isn't looking good for this goon, because Frank's blocked him off and he's walking down the street shooting at him. This guy is absolutely terrified. Now we jump back to a bit of a reveal. How did the Punisher get controlled? Who is pulling his strings? Who would know enough about Frank to be able to do that to him? Well, longtime collaborator, Micro. Yeah, and guess what? Kingpin's got him hooked up to this system here, plugged into the matrix of some kind. I don't know. Is he how he's controlling Frank? You know, he knows everything about Frank. He knows all the buttons to push. He knows all the deep, dark secrets in the recesses of his mind. And maybe he is the controller. Maybe he is the one that is pulling all the strings for the Kingpin. Really, really dark. You see there, his eyes are kept open so he can't sleep, he can't rest. It's just the mission. That's all he can do is just the mission. So it's pretty cool. I really, really like that twist. Anyway, back to the goons. As you can see, everyone's having trouble. Now, this detective who's on the way to see his old lady, he's getting in the car. And unfortunately, he's got an uninvited guest in the back, and it's Tombstone. He wants to know what's going on as well. He wants to know who's this lady is in Brooklyn that seems to know this washed-up stranger. And he looks really, really gruesome in this. I love this sort of version of Tombstone. He looks really, really frightening. I mean, look at those yellow teeth. He ain't messing. Now, also, Frank ain't messing too. And he shoots the gun, not just out of the hand of this goon. He shoots the hand off the goon. You can see the flesh and the bones splintering, flying everywhere. You see his bloody stump. Oh my God, this guy is losing his shit. It's all or nothing. So he thinks, what the hell? I've got nothing to lose. I'm going to run them down. I'm going to kill the Punisher. But guess what? This is Frank Castle, mate. You can't just run this boy down. No. So he's strapped onto the bonnet now, gun in hand, determined as ever. And this goon is pretty much F-U-C-K-E-D'd. It ain't happening. I love it. It is really fast-paced. It doesn't mess around. It's adult. It's brutal. It's everything you expect from a Punisher comic nowadays. I'm really, really impressed with this. I can't wait till the next one. It's fun as well. There's a bit of fun in it. Love it. Amazing job. I cannot wait to the next one, like I say. So let me know your thoughts. Are you enjoying this Punisher? At least he's back in that classic, iconic skull t-shirt, right? It doesn't feel like it's the Punisher if he's not wearing that. You know, I don't care what's going on in the real world. This is the world of comics, right? We own this. We own this. The comic people own the Punisher's skull. That's for us. So whoever's using it out there, just ignore them. All right? There's only one man that can carry it off as well as Frank does, and that is Frank himself. Anyway, Punisher #2, Red Band, love it. Let me know what you think. Like the video if you can, hit subscribe too. I'd really appreciate it.